Wednesday. Wednesday. Just got orange folder at 10, so I will likely, um, if a setup comes after 9:55, I'll just wait for it. But it's only orange folder, so, and this doesn't concern us either. Um, it is my first day on the Express funded account. So my account balance is obviously zero. I can't go below minus 2,000. Um, so on topstep there is something called a scaling plan. So on a 50k account, which is what I'm on, obviously I can't go below minus $2,000. That is 4%, like 4% drawdown. And then while growing the account, if I'm below $1,500 profit, I can only use two contracts. That's micro or mini. Between 1,500 and 2,000, only three contracts, and after $2,000, I have full five lots like I was on the challenge. So that means that today I can only trade two contracts. So be two contracts on micro or two on mini. So I can only have two. I usually use one anyway on ES, but two on micro NQ is not that much risk. But anyway, as it is the first day on the challenge, I will be de-risking 0.5% maximum, which is $250. Absolute maximum that I'd be willing to risk. And I'm not trying to do what I did last time on a funded account, which was blow it in 2 days. I lost 2% in one day from re-entering, retrading, and then I button spam that day. So not trying to do that. I'm just trying to grow the account like how I grew this account to start with. I was risking 0.5% and I'd lost the first three. Then I was growing it again. I was scaling up nice and steady. I ended up winning that week or making some that week after three losses. So I'm just going to try and grow the account nice and slow, be de-risked until we get above $2,000, and then I can start going up a little bit heavier. We have got 8 minutes till market open, so we'll make this quick. On NQ, on the 4 hour, there's not a lot. It's just these 4 hour lows and these 4 hour highs, and I've also got these two 4 hour lows marked out. On the 1 hour, there's a bit more though. There is these 1 hour lows here, which price is getting its way towards now. So if it is touched before 9:30, I'll just disregard them. And to the upside, they've got Audi highs and Audi highs and Audi highs, and then the 4 hour highs. So not that much to go off. There is this 4 hour imbalance here, but obviously we've just ran through that already and gave no reaction off of it, so I'm not drawing it on. And that's about it. The 15 minute, there's not much either because they're 1 hour highs. So yeah, ES is a bit similar. Obviously, there's this 4 hour imbalance. We've only had that reaction off of it overnight session, and we just ran through it again. So not drawing it on. The 4 hour there is these 4 hour highs on ES, which we only have as hourly highs on AQ. Their 4 hour highs, these 4 hour highs, these 4 hour lows, and these two 4 hour lows. And the 1 hour is just those 1 hour highs. There, no 1 hour lows before the 4 hour lows, but then these 1 hour highs. So, again, 15 minute, not a lot to go off of either. There's no point adding these on because I think they're too far away to be considered lows. But we'll see what happens when market opens. Only looking to take the highest quality setup today. And if one doesn't appear, that is fine. I have got to leave the charts for about 2 minutes at about 10:30 New York time. I've got to go put the oven on for dinner for the jacket potatoes. So I've got to leave the chart for about 2 minutes to run downstairs, stick the oven on, and come back up again. So fingers crossed nothing happens in that time. But obviously we'll see what happens. High quality setup, de-risked, and not button spamming, not over trading, not over risking. Just being an observer and practicing the good habits I've built up. That being said, catch you all in a minute. Peace. Quick little clip. NQ, those 1 hour lows I was talking about here, have been taken before market open, so I am not going to class that as a valid sweep to take a long off of. If I want to take longs, I'd have to see these lows get swept out. So those 1 hour lows here are deleted. I'm not gonna worry about them. So if I am to look for longs, it'd have to be these lows being swept out. And then if these highs get taken, then I will be looking for shorts off of them. That being said, see you all in a bit. Peace. Alrighty. So, first down the XFA, and it is a win. It's the first win ever on a funded account for me, because the last one I had, I blew in 2 days. So I'm trying my best to be detached from the outcome. Obviously, I am a little bit ecstatic because it is the first win on a funded account, but serious face now. Serious face. Serious face. Anyway, let's have a look at my heart rate quickly during that. Oh, wow. Heart rate did peak during that trade. My resting is about 55, 60. And let's say it peaked at 105. It's currently still at 100, so calm down. Calm down. So, let's jump right in. Price action was very doo-doo for the first half an hour of market open until news came out. News came out bullish for the indexes because actual greater than forecast is good for the dollar. Actual was less than forecast, and so that's bad for the dollar, but good for stuff against the dollar. So, news was bullish. I didn't really play a role in my trade because I was waiting for a liquidity sweep, obviously. So, obviously, these 1 hour lows and these 1 hour lows, they were taken out pre-market, as you can see. If I mark that on right there and scale into the 1 minute, as you can see, that was taken before market opened. So I was not looking for any longs until a low got swept after 9:30, and I was not looking for any shorts until a high got swept after 9:30. So, and get rid of that. I didn't use that in the end. That was just maybe potential targets, but I was sat waiting, and honestly, I was just sat vibing to some music. During this, like, there's nothing to trade in here. If you took a trade in here, what the hell? There's nothing in there. ES looks even worse. Get rid of that. So yeah, I was waiting, and then news came out at 10. The actual 10 a.m. candle was just like any other candle, but it did give that move down. This is a very clear accumulation, manipulation, and distribution. Very clear, very obvious. I don't really use that, but it's very, very clear still, and I had that in mind. So obviously news came out and we sold off, but price sold off down to these 4 hour lows from yesterday at 6 a.m. Right there, they're 4 hour lows. And on ES, the same thing happened. Those 4 hour lows, 6 a.m. also got hit when the 10 a.m. news came out, which was about here. Not as much of a clean leg down as NQ. NQ was just a straight sell off to it, but still, that is fine. So there's no SMT, which means the SMT normally tells me what index to trade because there's a lagging index. Obviously, no SMT. That obviously means I've got to just pick an index. And ES has been looking like shit recently. Looking like shit the past couple of days. So I chose to not trade ES. So after that sweep, what am I waiting for? I'm waiting for a 5-minute up candle. Now, on the 1 minute right here, 10:08, 1 minute inverse fair value gap right here. And then 10:10, 1 minute break of structure on NQ. That's what I like to see. Move up, move down, close above. 1 minute break of structure. On ES, at the same time, 10:09, we inversed this 1 minute imbalance. And ES didn't actually break structure till this candle here on the 1 minute. That's fine. We still had that IFVG, which is what we like to look for at 10:08 actually. So same time, just like I like to see. Indexes telling me the same thing. And then waiting for a 5-minute down candle retrace. A 5-minute down candle retrace. Waiting. This candle closes at 10:20. 10:20, this candle closes, making the 5-minute retrace. You can draw on 5-minute equilibrium from the low, move down, move up, to the 5-minute high, move up, move down. Awesome. Then after So that candle closes at 10.19, 10.20. It closes at 10.20. So this candle closed, confirming the 5-minute retrace finished. And this candle opens. This candle opens. As soon as that 5-minute retrace is done, this candle opens, wicks into this 1-minute BPR, because we've obviously got this imbalance and this imbalance, wicks in, fills the 5-minute equilibrium, and closes out of all three confluences. My other third one is this 1-minute order block. This is the leg down that swept out the liquidity. That is my 1-minute order block, that candle and that candle, which finishes down here. And so that was all three confluences of my trade have been hit. Enter on this candle close. I get my fill a little bit later right there at 10.21.00. Look at my orders. 10.21.00, 3.21 was my UK time, but whatever. Right where I wanted to enter. Stop goes at the open of the first of the three imbalances, which is right here. And yeah, if we look at this real quick, again, get that up. So my tick stop loss was 137 ticks. That means I have a choice. On NQ, if I entered in the same trade, we put it in right there. Did I get entered? There. On NQ, same trade. 137 ticks. How much is that risked? $685. Now, this is a high quality setup. This is a very high quality setup. I would have been happy risking that much on any other day. Any other day, I would have sent this with one NQ contract, risking over 1%, but I would have been happy with it. Why? Because it's a high quality setup. And why didn't I? It is my first day on the XFA account. So, because of this scaling plan, I can only have two contracts. So as I said, I have a choice. One contract on NQ or two contracts on micro NQ. And I chose the de-risked one. It's my first day on my XFA. I don't want to lose over 1% on the first day. So right there, I risked $137, which was 0.274%. Happy with that risk completely happy with it. Price then came down, retested this imbalance, the BPR, one more time, and then inverse that imbalance there, and we were up only from there. So yeah, I could have waited a little bit longer for that extra 1-minute confirmation if I wanted to. Stop in the same place. I would have been risking 1% on NQ still. I still wouldn't have taken it on NQ. So yeah, I didn't wait for that extra 1-minute confirmation. But because the 5-minute retrace had already filled out this imbalance, it didn't, but it did the 1 minute after. That was my 1-minute confirmation to go in after the 5-minute retrace. That makes sense. So that I was happy entering there. My TP was just at the 15-minute highs that were made. Once market had opened, then 9:45, 10 a.m. 15-minute highs. Nice and simple. 1.66 RR. No need to be greedy because it is probably a retrace on the higher time frame. As you can see, that hourly candle still closed down, and it was up there where our TP was. So no need to be greedy. Made $224 on the account. If I had taken the trade on NQ with one contract, I would have made about $1,100. But that I don't care, because I just don't care. This is going to be a slow process. I'm going to grow the account up slowly, so I just don't care about that. I'm happy with taking this trade. ES at the same time this was forming, looking a little bit different. It had inversed that imbalance, and it did make this SMT, which I think there's the low. It does make that SMT because, as you can see, NQ didn't take those lows and ES did. And then this candle here breaks 1-minute structure, closes out of 5-minute equilibrium by a tick or so, and then back above the imbalances. So if I was to take an ES trade, it would be there. And I'd probably put my stop at that lowest, putting it at that lowest 0.5% risk. And that's the 1.86 IRR. That would have made me just under $500. About $475 that would have made me. And then even if I was being a bit more conservative, stop there, and that stop would mean I risked the same amount on the NQ trade as the S trade. But again, it doesn't matter. The NQ trade came first. For me, it was still a high quality setup, and I was happy taking it. But that ES trade was still a very valid one that I could have taken. But either way, this was my trade that I ended up taking. I am super happy with it. And you can see now that Seek and Destroy that TJR talks about is so real. Here was my entry. There's my TP. Boom. If I had used partial profits, I would have been stopped at break even, and then prices likely to carry on going up. That Seek and Destroy is crazy. But anyway, that is the trade that I ended up taking. Super happy with it. I risked 0.274%, made 0.45%. I'm happy with that. I can't complain at all. It's a brilliant start. It's a great start to the funded account. As I said, this account, my goal for this is just to slowly build it up and build it up, and then I can start leveraging more once I have that big buffer. That's my plan. So really good first day. Super happy getting that first day, first win under the belt. I was going into the day expecting going into the day not expecting to take a trade. And number two, if I was expecting a loss because it's the first day. I'm quite an unlucky guy sometimes. I don't know. When I used to play video games, I used to have such bad luck on like all the packs and whatever, like on Rainbow Six Siege and stuff. I'm quite an unlucky guy. I've never had good luck with video game loot boxes. So I was expecting, if I was to take a trade, to lose it. But I waited for the high quality setup. I stayed patient. Didn't get caught out in all that fucking chop to start with. So yeah, I can't complain with this day. Yeah, it's nice to have the first day on the account be a win, and yeah, it feels good. But I can't get overconfident. I took a high quality setup and it worked. I followed all my rules and it worked. That's just to be expected. If I'm taking a high quality setup and I followed all my rules, if it loses, that's the only loss I should take. I should not take silly mistake losses. So perfect trading day, no mistakes, followed my rules, high quality setup, nice and patient, let it run to take profit and stop loss, risks a good amount I was happy with. I would have been happy to go a bit heavier, but not as heavy as it would have been if I took the trade on NQ because of the scaling plan. So yeah, what can I say? That is my trade for the day. That being said, I will catch you all in the next one. Sorry for the yap session. I realize this segment of my video is 12 minutes already, and the other one was 5 or so. So apologies for the yap. That being said, peace out. See you tomorrow. Peace.